How's it going, everybody? It's Mystical here, and kind of doing a on-the-spot commentary, something I figured would be interesting to some. This isn't really a commentary for gameplay, but it's more about some of the settings that came with the latest Reach update for Halo 5 that literally came out today, or for some of you, it might be the day after already, because it's almost Friday where I'm at. But anyways, I wanted to talk about these settings because I think some people have actually, or may not have been aware of them. Don't think I actually have to set this up, but I'll just do something that lasts a while here. It's not the settings that I'm actually doing. Yeah, 12 minutes is fine, that doesn't really matter. But I wanted to talk about the controller settings that have just come out. I've been waiting for this to, arrive on the retail kits for a while. You know, I've known about it since working at 343. I've been waiting for it to finally come to my home console. But it's the look sensitivity that I wanted to go over. There's now a drop down, which some people may not have noticed or cared to look into, but basically if you hit the A button on here, you can see there's a drop down. And in here you can actually fine tune horizontal and vertical separately. And I believe it reset my look sensitivity to the default 3, but by default it was 4. But we're going to go in the match here and I'll demo this basically. Let's see here. I want to just make it no teams. Yep, here we go. Alright. But yeah, with all the content that Reach update comes with, infection and the new stasis map and all that, wanted to go over this because I feel it was a very small thing, which actually in a way can impact people's gameplay in a big way, especially for me. I personally never felt comfortable with the sensitivity settings that Halo 5 offered because they are different compared to the classic Halo sensitivities that, say, if you play a Master Chief Collection, it feels very different. And I'm much more accustomed to the much more, I suppose you could say, archaic sensitivities that the older Halos had. Those fit more my style and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that these settings that I'm going to show will work for you. I'm more showing what you can adjust to make it work for you. But I already know my sweet spot from playing already. But basically, let me just get over here. Don't normally do these on-the-spot commentaries, so if this isn't your thing, totally don't have to watch this video, but if you like it, I may do more in the future. But I figured this was a cool thing that came out in the update, and I really like to talk about it, and I want to get a Halo 2 BR. Anyways, so by default, the sensitivities, the horizontal and the vertical are by half, so this is 1.5 and this is 3. So basically horizontal is getting, half the speed and response as vertical. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit slower when I go side to side horizontal, and here it's a little bit faster. And basically when you try and do a circle, it's not really a perfect, it's more like an oval because the horizontal sensitivity is slower. And this is the problem I've always had. I know my gameplays don't really show it, but I definitely sometimes feel like I'm fighting the controls in Halo 5 compared to where I feel very comfortable in Master Chief Collection. And you can see here how the horizontal turn is pretty slow, and then looking down, it's a little bit quicker. And my problem is when I was in close combat, I would be trying to look down, see how it's kind of slow. And this is my biggest problem with Halo 5, is I was never able to quickly react. And of course, by, in the old way, you could just up it, like, why don't you just up your sensitivity to 6 or 7, make it really fast. The problem then is when I'm way out, trying to shoot a guy way out in the distance, it's much harder. and trying to do strafing, you know, and stuff like that, it's much, you keep overshooting because your sensitivity is way higher than it should be, and it's not comfortable either. Obviously, I guess you could adjust to that in time, but then, you know, one thing you try and make up for in terms of close combat being better, longer range is not comfortable to what you're used to. So before this update, I was just literally set at 4, and if you drop down, you can see the horizontal sensitivity is still half of what vertical, and that was my problem, is that it's like, okay, I feel pretty comfortable shooting at a distance with 4. For those that don't know, I use a sensitivity of 4 in Master Chief Collection, all previous Halos, in Reach, and in Halo 5. It's my sweet spot that I found. And I'm not saying that's the best sensitivity use. It's different for everybody because, you know, I use bumper jumper. Some people don't. I toggle crouch off. I don't like having vibration. I turn off auto stabilize because I don't want to be jumping and zooming in and be standing there. So I can just hit the A button because a bumper jumper if I want to float. But, you know, I don't really need stuff like that. Now, other people like those settings. But anyways, what I was trying to point out is it didn't matter what I set my sensitivity to. It was always too low on the horizontal. And so for me, when I bumped it up to 3, you can see it changes to custom as well. This is where it felt way more like Halo 3, Halo 4, you know, Halo 2, Halo CE, and Master Chief, and I felt right at home. And so if you've always felt like you're having a little bit of an aim issue, especially up close, see, now I feel like I can turn down more. And if I go back, it feels, you can, I don't know if you can see, I've got YouTube at 60 frames per second in the video, but it's even that slight decrease, I feel like I've already lost being able to turn around. And if a guy's coming up behind you, I can't react in time unless I turned all the overall up, but then I lose, you know, distance. But here, it feels way better. I think you can probably see, like I can turn around at these diagonal viewpoints much easier. And that's what I really like about this update. I know it's a very tiny thing compared to, you know, the bigger stuff like actual content like Infection and the new map and, you know, rec updates and all that good stuff. But for me, this is the big thing I was waiting for, because this is going to make a PvP arena so much more enjoyable. It's not going to change my gameplay dramatically. It's just going to make it feel more comfortable for me when I'm in situations where I'd feel like I couldn't, you know, turn around and react fast enough without compromising my distance shooting. But now, I don't have to worry about that. That's basically all I really wanted to talk about there. But I will use this time to mention, most likely there will be some Infection gameplay, because I know people like that. Coincidentally, even though Infection's not my favorite game mode, my largest YouTube video, I think it's got 30,000 or over that. It's got the most views on my channel, which is crazy, and it's always getting tons of views, so I know people like Infection. So I will try my best when I have time to do some Infection for you guys, and all that good stuff. And of course, there's always more Halo 5 gameplay. I've actually got a crap ton, so you probably won't see the Infection gameplay right away. This commentary is up to date because I'm doing it on the spot, but I have all the gameplay queued up, and I've got quite a bit from April that I'm still trying to get through just on Halo 5. So, you know, maybe the end of May or sometime, the new Reach content things, and then you'll start seeing, you know, my sensitivity adjustments actually show up in my gameplay, so it won't be right away. But yeah, this is actually, funny enough, this is actually the first time I booted up the game after getting the update at home. So you've witnessed me changing my controller settings officially for the first time, like other people will. But I highly recommend, if you've always felt very annoyed by your controller settings, or you felt something was off compared to the older Halos, it's probably because of these settings you can change. I mean, you could even ramp it up to equal, but I feel that kind of makes it way too horizontal, because you can see here I can't do that perfect circle that I like to do. And here I can feel like I can do it more. But it's different for everybody. If you ever wonder why I do this sometimes at the beginning of matches, because I kind of do this circle, I call it a twitch, but actually, if I haven't played in a while, it lets me kind of get my grip, not only on the controller, but kind of, okay, this is how I can, get my thumb back into movement, and warm up, basically, when you have to do those precise moves. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm kind of rambling on, just running around this new map that you guys will see probably in videos in the future. For a while it won't show up until I get around to that content, but it's showing up here, so there you go. I guess to close out this video, I'll show people some things. Maybe if you're an expert at Halo, you probably know this stuff, but little things you can do to speed up your time if you want to get to power weapon faster. But if you're in sprint and you boost, and there you could see how I boosted, crouched, and jumped. So basically, boost, crouch, jump. You can kind of give yourself a lunge. The other one is boost, jump, or boost, crouch, jump, basically. But you can basically just boost and jump as well. But I find it's actually faster if you boost, slide, and jump. You actually get that launch. I know you probably already know this, but if you didn't, surprise! So you just slide and then you jump. And that slide that had the thruster, you can also launch yourself on top of stuff sometimes. But it can also get you to objectives faster. And there are all sorts of stuff. I'm not a trick jumper, so there's probably people out there that can do it 10 times better than me. I'm not saying I'm good at it, I'm just saying sometimes, it can be useful for stuff. But anyways, that's really all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, let me know, or if you like me to do more random, talks about other stuff in Halo. If you're curious, I could do things in Master Chief Collection too. I don't know how valuable these things will be for people, but I have been playing Halo for over a decade, and I'm really happy with this update with the sensitivity changes. I'm hoping this weekend that I can get around to playing some. There's been a lot of overtime at work, and I've been also very busy with other things, so I haven't actually had time in a while, but I've always got a backlog of gameplay, so it never looks like I'm not playing, but believe me, I sometimes go weeks without playing Halo. I actually haven't played Master Chief Collection since the middle of April, so I really need to get on that and play more. But as always, gameplay will always be coming, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys around for the next commentary.
Rocket launcher in 10 seconds.
No, I do have one last thing I'd like to say. It's completely not related, but I've had this old office desk chair for literally like 3 or 4 years, and I finally bought myself a new professional gaming chair, because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna go all out and get a new chair, I might as well get something to last a long time. So I got one of those DX Racer chairs. You've probably seen them in Halo competitive streams, or in League of Legends has them, I think. Lots of YouTubers. They kind of look like a Formula 1 seat, and that's basically what they are. But they come in different colors too, but I'll let you guys guess what color I got. And I'm pretty sure you'll never guess which one, because it's not one of the standards, that's all I'll say. But I'm happy with it. It kind of matches my theme that I have for my desktop setup, which maybe one day I'll show you guys all that. But I'm going on way too long here, so I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.